That's not a nice way to end the music. Hey, how you guys doing? Hi, Timothy. Hi, Jack. Good morning. This is Daniel. Daniel Norito. How are you? How's it going, Jack? Are you doing good? I had a interesting week this week. Um, yes, it's Saturday morning. Yeah, I have an interesting week this week. I managed to finish off the last bit of my album production, and yeah, it was all going well until on Thursday my former keyboard player Mitch passed away on on Thursday. Yeah, he passed away, and that was a shock. It was cardiac. It was in a cardiac arrest, quite sudden. And I met him like 2 months ago, and he came over here for curry chicken, and we spent like 5 6 hours talking, reminiscing about the past and thinking about doing a reunion concert, after this whole COVID thing. And yeah, it's pretty hectic for the last 2 days. Went to the memorial service yesterday on Friday. Today was the funeral. He got cremated. Um, yep, took a chunk of energy out of me because I'm gonna miss him so much. Yeah. Um, I guess that's the way it is when you lose someone. You know. And then I have another friend. His name is Tony, a great singer. He's one of those local guys he belongs to a group called Tony and Terry and Spencer back in the days. And they used to do the Eagles covers, CCR, CrossFit Steel, and great harmonies. And Tony always have this unique voice. Tony's about, I guess, he's about hitting 70 or maybe in his 70s, or maybe 68 years old. I don't know, but he had his first. He only had one vaccination, and that is from the Chinese Sinopharm, if I'm not mistaken. This one vaccination, and he contacted COVID, and I got hold of him like, you know 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and I was still texting him. I remember my last message to him was the day before my birthday, which is on the 26th of October, and he was in ICU for a while, and it was touch and go. But then I was texting him, and he was replying like, once he's well, we're gonna go out and have some coffee. And I said, yeah, sure, get well fast. Next thing I know, he was intubated, and he's been intubated since 26th or 27th of October until now. And the doctors are saying that they have done all they can. So it's kind of sad, it's kind of sad month for me, because it's a sad couple of weeks for me, because we still don't know what his condition is going to be. I'm just still praying for him that, that he would just wake up and be fine, you know. Yep. So COVID is real, Thank you, Rick and Adrian. Yeah. So okay, Danielle, I know you're from Italy. Which part of Italy are you from? Adrian, I forgot. I remember you told me that you were from somewhere else. Where were you from, Adrian? Hi, Bear. How are you? Thank you, Race Rich. Yeah, it's always hard to lose a friend. Um, I guess I never got the hang of it. I don't think anyone will get the hang of it. I, my first experience with death was with a good old friend of mine. Well, I'm not gonna put a downer on today. This. I mean, you guys are probably in the morning. I don't want to put anything down on you. I just want to just talk about life in a way, because the only way to embrace life is to understand and to accept death. My first experience with death was with a classmate of mine back when I was like, I don't know, like 10 years old. And he was my best friend back then. We would come back from school together, play football, and spend the weekends together. And one day in class, teacher came in. I noticed that he wasn't in class, so I thought he was like not feeling well. He was sick. Teacher came in, and the principal came in and announced to us that he was involved in an accident. I think that was the first time that I really broke down and cried just like that, because the news just hit me pretty bad. And I was like 9, 10 years old, and I knew that I won't be seeing my best friend again. I knew that I won't be playing football with him again. So, but I didn't know how to deal with this. I knew that I was sad, but I didn't know. I have no inkling about the repercussions on people around him, like his parents and stuff like that. And so when we went to his parents' house, me and my mom, my dad, we could see the sadness in their eyes, and the mom was looking intently at me, like, because she knows that I was really close with him, and sometimes I would go over to his place, and I guess I remind her of him. Um, yeah, that was something that I remembered, and um, we heard from the news. We heard from people that, friends of ours, that the mom didn't really recover after that. Like, she would wait outside, waiting for his son to return, and yeah, that period lasts quite long. I mean, quite a long period. I mean, probably about a year and a half before she recovers. But that was the last I heard of them. And through the years, I've well, in the army. Well, we're relatively safe in Singapore. There's no death in the army unless it's by suicide or by accident. So after the army, when I went to the music industry, the music scene and everything, yeah, I didn't encounter anything like that until much later on, when I went overseas and found out that some musicians that I've been acquaintance to have passed on because of various reasons, drugs, some suicide. But we kind of got used to it and get on with it until my own father, passed away. And then that is like, it's another joke for me, and took me a while to deal with it, and I dealt with it and moved on. And then my good friend and mentor passed away, and subsequently, a couple of people passed away. And then I'm starting to hear like guys from my favorite bands, in the States, pass away. Poco, Paul Cotton. What's the other guy? I forgot his name. The two members from Poco passed away. So many, and so many other musicians that I've idolized and listened to. And I come to realize by the time I hit 55, 58, I come to realize that, well, guys around my age or older than me are starting to go, and that's the season of that brand of music that we used to love back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, and well, that's it, And in fact, we were talking about Freddie Mercury and George Michael and Michael Jackson. One by one, everybody starts to go, and you kind of realize that okay, that's what happens, And yeah, I guess I have to deal with it year to year. But this was a bit of a jolt, abrupt jolt, because like I said, he was with me 2 months ago, and it just happened like that. Yeah. Yes, very did. We're praying for him that he will pull through. You know. Yes, Adrian, you told me Transylvania. Yes, yes. Welcome. Thank you, Bear. Thank you. Oh yeah, they left. They left lots of smiles. These guys, the music that they play, the friends that they made, the life in general. I was telling my friend, my ex singer, he resides in Beijing right now, or Guangzhou right now. He's a movie producer right now. He used to be our lead singer, and we were pretty tight. He was pretty tight with Mitch, the one, my friend that passed away, and I broke my news to him, and he just broke down and cried over the telephone. And I was telling him, I said, I'm not afraid of dying. I know where I'm going, and I'm not afraid of dying. It's the pain of people leaving before you. That's the thing that I can't take. That's the thing that I don't think I can handle very really well. There was one period of time when my mentor, well, the one that I look up to, who helped me a lot in my recording career and everything. He's the one who brought me into the recording scene, taught me stuff that I knew. Always encouraging, always with a smile and his incredible laughter. His name was Iskandar Ismail. When he passed on, there were a couple of people who passed on at the same time, including my mom. And at one stage, I didn't even want to go to the hospital. I just dread going to the hospital. It took me about a year and a half before I managed to come to terms with it and started visiting people in the hospital. Yeah. Sure, Scooter. Sure, Richard. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I didn't want to do the live stream today because I was actually doing a review, and I finished the song part, and then the pedal gave up on me. So it just stopped working. So I have to abandon the plan of doing the review, and that's henceforth I decided to do a live stream because I'm going to show you a couple of stuff later on. Yeah, here you go. Miss Jeanette from Davis has passed me this. There were actually 3 pedals, right? So they are from Keeley, totally American made, and I'm like, why did they pass it? Why did she pass it to me? Because remember I did this bow effects, and I had this drive called Oxy Drive, and I chanced upon a remark on that video saying that, hey, this Oxy Drive, is it anywhere near the Keeley Keeley Ox Blood, And I think yes, it actually comes pretty close, right? And henceforth, I asked Jeanette, do they actually carry Keeley effects? And she says yes. I said, cool. Can I have a couple of them to play around with? And well, they send this to me. So, what is this? This is a really nice one. This is a red dirt overdrive. I haven't tried this yet, so these are the pedals I haven't tried, but they look interestingly enough. Right? They look interesting enough. Nice looking pedal. So this one, well, the other one is the Oxblade, yeah, and that's the one that kind of like, well, it just stopped working, so I don't know what's happening. So I'm giving it back to her, so maybe she can just return it back to Keeley. The other one would be this. Oh, this is a nice looking pedal. White Sands. Have you guys tried this before? White Sands. This is overdrive too. Right? I can't wait. I can't wait to actually go through these pedals one by one, because I was really impressed with the Oxblade. Yeah, really nice tone, nice and creamy. Sure. Sure, Adrian. Yes, Scooter, I have a. Ta-da! Well, this is the Super Crush 100 combo. I initially wanted the head, but I don't have the cap, so I asked Jeanette whether she has the combo, and she has two versions of the combo, the black and the orange. And I was like deciding on between these two, which one should I get? The orange or the black? So I decided on the black, so that it kind of like blend in with the room. And it's nice. It's nice. I haven't. Okay, guess what? I haven't even plugged it in yet. I mean, the power is on, everything is working, but I haven't like plugged in a guitar yet. I just wanted to be like a complete surprise, And I was planning to do it tomorrow, so I could actually hear it. and the best part is that it has a DI out with a cap sim, and you can actually choose between the open back or the closed back, and that's interesting because I can just hook it up directly to my interface, and I can just record without even having the volume on. That'll be so cool. Looking forward. That's a nice one. That's a nice name. Thank you. And then we have the new Ampero. So did I show this to you guys? On Friday? Did I show it to y'all? Well, just in case I did not. Okay, so this is how the new version of the Ampero looks like. So this is the Ampero 2 Stomp. Okay, this is called a Stomp. This is not the Ampero full-blown multi effects board where it incorporates a controller, right? This has no expression pedal, nothing, just like a hitch Stomp. Henceforth it's called the Ampero 2 Stomp. And now what is good about this is that I've spoken to them, and prior to this, they actually sent me a hot tone soul press. That's like a expression pedal as well as a wah, which I think is like really good. It's really of a great quality. Let me try to find it somewhere here, but I don't know where is it. It's just too deep inside, so I can't get it out. But in any case, they also sent me this. This is like a carrying case for the Stomp. It's supposed to fit in. We'll see whether it fits in. And at the same time, I've asked them to give me, to pass me rather, a MIDI controller. So this is the Ampero MIDI controller, which is so well built. You see this? Right. So this is a MIDI controller, 4 additional switch. So there's a MIDI in, MIDI out. You can hook it up to, you can hook this up to your Stomp. At the same time, there is a way out for you to connect to your foot controller, or rather your expression pedal. And now you have like what, seven foot switches to play around with, which I think is more than enough. Like this, right? So you're probably gonna lay out like that, or however you want it to be. And I'm thinking like of using like this two for bank up and bank down, and this one is for holding it down for tuner and then tap tempo. And then for this 4, I would kind of like turn on and off certain effects on that particular preset. Cool, right? And it fits. It goes in to here, right? I can have this like right here, and I even have a space for that foot switch. No, sorry, for the sole press. It fits in with the power supply, and close it up, and you're good to go. Cool, right? So you can actually hook this up to your guitar, you know, to your guitar bag, to your gig bag, and then you can carry this. This will probably weigh a bit, but I think it's okay. Hi, Andy. Sorry, Bear. What? How about the new Orange Super Crush 100? Yeah, I'm gonna review this soon enough. Like I said, you know, I haven't tried this yet. I haven't actually played on it yet. I'm just relishing the moment that I will. So I'm just anticipating, you know, loving the anticipation of playing on it. I'm sure it's gonna sound great. So probably next week. I have a couple of stuff lined up. There are a couple of guitars coming in. 2 more from Harley Benton, and 2 more from the company Corona. As y'all might remember, Corona actually makes really good guitars. And in country, what you gotta think, Corona, the name Corona was way before this virus hit. So great company, Korean, yeah, and the quality of the guitars are really up there, up to par. So I am just waiting for it to arrive, and then there what was that? There's another pedal, a new pedal coming in from Bow Effects, which I really love. I'm a fan of Bow Effects right now because I think they actually do really great pedals. Hi, Mark. How are you? Right, Scooter. You take care. God bless. So reviewing one of these would take me a whole day because I'm gonna run through what this thing can do, you know, parameters, and especially the editor, the editor that you can hook up to your computer. You know, that's where the fun is, because it takes the pain out of editing this thing. And I'm sure you're able to do this physically. You know, I'm sure it's not too much of a problem. But to do it on an editor is way easier. So, but it's gonna take me, you know, some time to get to know how it works. I'm okay with this because I play around with too many of this stuff to, yeah, for me to have any problem with it, you know. I'm still on a quest. In case you guys are wondering, I'm still on a quest of getting a something like that, right? But well, something like the Helix. I have the Helix, but sometimes, like if I were to play and serve in church or in small little gigs, or maybe I don't know, small gatherings, I don't want to carry the whole Helix pedal board with me because it's heavy. Even though the case has wheels and stuff like that, sometimes I would like to carry like a small little bundle, and this will do. This I'm just trying it out and see how it works. If it works, then this will be the secondary rig that I'm gonna use. The first Ampero, the first Ampero was good. It was well built. The aluminum chassis and everything was well built. But I find that there was too many things going on. There was like looper and the drums and stuff like that. And I wasn't too impressed with certain stuff, certain sounds. But apparently with the new update, they actually updated the software and it actually got better. But yeah, I didn't play around with it after that, and subsequently I sold the unit. So the NUX came up with their MG30, which I thought was really good, especially with the inclusion of IRs and stuff like that. But I found it to be too flimsy, like too light, And when you're on stage, when you're playing, because I used it a couple of times in church, I found that the whole unit was moving, rocking back and forth, and the volume sweep, the sweep of the what do you call that, the foot controller, right? The expression pedal, it was too narrow. There wasn't much headroom, so you'll probably have a bit of a difficulty in like getting your volume correctly, and there's not much room to play around with. So yeah, I didn't use that too, and but I guess all these are mainly meant for home use, for practice and stuff like that, because you include like a looper with a drum machine. What can you expect? So with this does not have a drum machine. I guess it does have a looper, but no drum machine. And I think this is more like aimed for guys who want to use this for a gig. And I believe they took out the expression pedal because it gives you the choice of whether to have your own preference for expression pedal. In my case, I thought it was a good idea because now I can use my soul press. I was impressed with the soul press because the sweep was just nice, really nice, and sturdy. That thing is built like a tank. So all in all, I think the package would, that little bag of mine. This was going to weigh a bit because of this, and then the soul press, which weighs a bit, and then the MIDI controller. So it's going to weigh a bit, but I think it's worth it because it's small enough, easy to carry. I could just hook this up to one end, or maybe just hang here, with a strap, hook it up here, and then I have my guitar in the back. Good to go. Yeah. Maybe we have this. I don't know whether I showed this to you last week. This is like a Orange Terror amp, a small amp in a pedal form. Interesting. Guess the whole thing is really small. It's like this size, just this size. But the downside of this is that the power supply is like, whoa. It's like, like how the amp power supply is going to be like. You have the 3-pin plug with a sort of a transformer, and then you have another thing. So it doesn't really work. But I guess they need the juice. They need the power to drive it. All right. So okay, where were we? I kind of neglected audio. Okay. Ty Tarbor, who is an amazing guitarist, says with a band named King, uses the Orange Crush Pro 120. Yeah. A lot of people are using this Super Crush. And I actually saw a video of this where you had this guy who is the engineer who works for Orange. I forgot his name. He's a British guy, a really cute guy. And he was explaining how he came up with the Orange Crush, and how instead of having it all tube, he just want to make it all transistors, and these are Class A amps in its own right. It's a Class A amp, and incredible the way he explains it. And I was like, whoa, it actually sounded really good. And then he demoed the clean sound, the clean channel. I go, whoa! I haven't played on this yet. Again, I have to say, because I'm just relishing. I'm just waiting for the time to come, and I can't wait. I actually can't wait. And it looks good. It's sturdy, even though it's made in China. Because all these amps, the combos are mostly made in China, but it's of a good quality. I can actually feel the vinyl of this covering here. Yeah, Celestion speakers. I don't know which model, but I know it's a Celestion speakers. 2-channel clean and dirty. The the clean has, I guess, bass and treble, and then the dirty channel has 3 bass, mid, and treble. Digital reverb, in case you all don't know, it does not have a spring reverb. It has a digital reverb. Mark? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Esther. How are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you, darling. That's sweet of you. Mike Zimmerman, FM3. Oh, yeah, okay. Francesco. Yes, hi. How are you? Thank you. Yes, I tried Effectal. I like certain parts of it. I just, yeah, I'm just not used to it. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything bad about it, because Sebastian, my other guitarist, uses Effectal. I don't want to hurt his feeling. It's okay. It works. But I just don't really not digging what I'm hearing. Hi, Peter. How are you? You just got back from a week on the northeast coast of England with my guitarist Ryan. We watched lots of your video. Ryan is now a big fan of your playing. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Say hi to him for me. Francesco, have you ever tried the Harley Benton ST90? ST, that's a Strat, right? Okay, let me just do a search of that, because I forgot. There's so many Harley Bentons that I tried, I can't remember all. HARLEYBNTON ST90. What does it look like? Oh, she looks nice. It's a natural finish, right? That's the one with a natural finish. Oh, it looks good. Huh, how come I didn't see this? So it's Swamp Ash. Interesting. Alright. Interesting. I have to take a closer look at this. Hi, Mikey from Texas. Yeah, so this is the ST90. Interesting guitar. All right. I don't know about the fretboard. Blackwood. Oh man, Blackwood. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what I think about some of these Harley Benton guitars. What I think is that the body of the Harley Benton guitars are really well made. I think I have absolutely no problem with the body. or even with the pickups, the new Tesla pickups are pretty good actually. Um, I only have problem with the neck, and that's why my favorite ones from Harley Benton are the ones with the roasted maple neck, and the fretboard. I I I I I don't mind the maple neck, but it's a fretboard that I have problem with. Like they use like all weird sort of woods. Like there's one called arameth, and then this one called blackwood, which is literally black because after playing you have like black residues on your on your fingertips, and that's a bit turn off. I wish they would they just stick to ebony because the ebony fretboards that they have are really nice. They're not that all black ebony. They're kind of like they're brown in it. And I thought they were pretty good. And yeah, it's a hardwood, but it felt good and it doesn't leave residues on your fingertips. Yeah. Hi, Super Pete. Hi, Dwight. Wow, from Mississippi. My Logify. I love basswood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, basswood. Everybody's looking like back then people tend to look down upon basswood and saying like basswood, the cheap wood, only cheap guitars will have basswood. But no, my white Fender is made of basswood, and I love that guitar so much. That Fender Japan is from basswood. It's a basswood guitar. Rick, hey from Southern Utah. Wow. Um, ASAT Tribute versus Squire CV50s Tele. Any thoughts? Mm. I love my GNL Doheny and Squire CV. Just want a backup for the Tele. Great channel, amazing musicianship. Thank you, Rick. Well, I can't honestly tell you which one because I haven't tried the Squire CV50s. Um, yeah, because you have a GNL Doheny. So is that a tribute to or the ones made in the U.S.? Bear, I got a Schecter Nick Johnston in orange. Woo, cool! It really is a good guitar, like I said. Yeah. Hi, Gwenta. How are you? Esther bought a new guitar. She bought a new guitar, so I'm gonna leave it to her to tell you guys what she bought. Hey, Mr. Connolly, how are you? I'm okay. I'm okay. I was just sharing with a couple of fellows who came in earlier about the loss of my keyboard player. Yeah, a good friend of mine. John Conroy. How does the Vega Tram compare to a Floyd Rose for dive bombing in other extreme use and then stay in tune? How often do you need to retune? Um. Okay, let me just answer Rick first. Okay, so Rick, you have a GNL Doheny. Now that is American made. In my experience, when I'm playing like the tributes as well as the ones from Fullerton, right? There is a difference in quality and playability. So I'm not saying that all the tributes are bad. There's certain ones that are really good. Um, but in general, I find that the tribute models they're very different. I'm not going to say they're bad. Just different. So my advice to you, if you're gonna like get a backup for your Doheny, then I would advise you to get a ASAT, from Fullerton Deluxe. Just save up and just get it because it's worth it. And even so, you can maybe get a Blues Boy for all the matter, so that you can have a different take on your ASAT on your Telecaster instead of going for the Squire. You know, um, given for the fact that a lot of Squires are well made too, because I have a Squire here, a Squire Tele, a modified Tele, which I absolutely love. Plays really well. Had it refitted with EMGs, with the what you call that, the EMG hot tally set. You know, I love that. I love that guitar so much. But it's not a tally anymore. It's a rocking guitar, but I can dial it down and still have that tally twang if I want to. So it's really versatile. So it's up to you. So if I were you, I would save up and I'll go for a main Fullerton A set. You know, that would be the right choice for me. Sorry, and where was I? Thank you, Dara. Thank you. It happens. Right. Thank you, Francesco. So coming back to you, Rick. No, John, John Conroy. The Vegatrem is okay. This is from me, my experience, right? So I have like 4 Vegatrams so far, installed in 4 guitars, and they all work like a dream. All of them, bar none. I had it on my Made in Japan 50 Strat. I had it on my Harley Benton Fusion Pro HH. I have it on my Nick Johnston, right? Schecter Nick Johnston, and my Schecter Jack Fowler. All these 4 guitars have Vegatrams on it, and they play like a dream. I do everything that I do with them, like how I would do on the Floyd Rose, because I've owned Floyd Rose guitars and I played Floyd Rose like crazy back in the days, and all the weird stuff that I was doing. Yeah, I could do all that. No problem. Now for dive bombing, nowadays I find that a lot of guitars have really narrow um, routing for your tremolo block. I don't know why. So it all depends on how wide your routing is. So guitars with wide, no dive bombing, no problem. Sometimes the routing are just too narrow, so when you're going all out for dive bombing, it just it hits the side. So that's a bummer. But I don't do a whole lot of dive bombing anyway. I do like stuff like that, but not a whole lot. So for me, I think it's great. I can pull up, pull down, stays in tune all the time. And I have to specify a fact that guitars with tremolo system, the reason why they go out of tune is because of the nut. If the nut is not being worked on well, it's not being cut well, it's gonna go out of tune. So there are many ways to do this. If you feel like you don't want to touch it, you can always loop it. Get a loop. Get the ones from what's you call it? Nomad. Guitar Nomad. They have this loop which is transparent, which I love because you don't see black residues and stuff like that. So loop your slot, your nut slot, and you'll do fine. And the other one to consider if you want to make sure that your guitar stays in tune is to consider getting staggered lock-in tuners. Not just lock-in tuners, that would not cut it. Staggered lock-in tuners. And if you have like string trees on your neck, the head, what you call that, the headstock, take off the string tree, and then you just use the staggered lock-in tuners and you're fine. And the guitar will stay very, very well in tune, right? Unless there's something drastically wrong with your 2-point tremolo system, where your tremolo system rests on 2 points. Yeah, unless that is like a problem. If not, everything is cool. Your guitar will stay perfectly in tune. Right. So where are we? Come on, Esther, tell us what. Okay. So she told us. Okay, she told you guys. Okay, Bear, I'm getting the stuff that you demo. I'm gonna need a second job. Frappy, hello John. Thoughts about scallop fretboards versus normal ones? From Greece. Wow, cool. Well, scallop, unless you are Yui, your name is Mr. Malmsteen, and scallop. I haven't played on scallop to tell you the truth, but I could imagine how it's like, because if you're gonna press it down, you're gonna have, your intonation, like you're gonna have like bending. It's like bending a string. Instead of like bending this way, you just press down. So I was just talking about different techniques, so it's interesting, But I haven't played on a scallop yet, so I can't tell. I can't possibly tell you which one I prefer. Thank you, Rick. Hey, Pooh. John, thank you for the answer, John. Really sorry to hear about your friend passing, dude. Uh, thank you. Yeah, so I was just sharing about about life. Like if you're gonna live your life, enjoy your life. You got to accept that you accept death, and death is actually part of life. Many people are afraid of death, and I'm not asking you to embrace it. I don't embrace death. I just accept death because it's just part of the normal cycle of life. And the part that I can't accept is the void, the emptiness when a close friend or a relative or someone that you love leaves. There's a void that's been created, and I just cannot. Yeah, I just cannot cope with that loss, that sorrow. I don't think any one of us can. That's the only challenge that we face. So my advice to friends who are going through this is like live your life to the fullest, live your life to the best way possible, so they can tell people about those people that you lost, so people can still remember who they were and what they have done. I think that's a legacy that we can create for them, because if these people are really nice people, really good people, then people need to know about these people, and that's the best way to remember them. Uh, yeah, this is me. Looking forward, what doesn't feel normal? The Vega tram? What doesn't feel normal? Oh. I thought you were talking about Vega tram. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But that's not how life is. Life goes on, lives end, and new life. Every time a new baby is born, there will be someone who passed on. So I was at a crematorium this morning. We have a crematorium in Singapore where in a place called Mandai, and it's like quite far away from the suburbs, and it's like this whole, uh, what you call it, I don't know, I don't know how to put it, but um, it's like an industrial area for cremating the dead, and I was there this morning. I was there a couple of times because my mom was cremated there too, and a couple of my friends were. And you can see all these people coming in and out, And recently we have like 15 to 16 deaths per day because of the COVID Delta variant, and they were booked full. All right, they were booked full. The only ones that are buried are the Muslims over here. The rest of us are mostly cremated. Unless you're really rich, you're filthy rich, you can buy a plot, a piece of land, and that you can do that. But most of us normal folks will be cremated, And I was there this morning, and we just see how this thing goes like clockwork. And that's part of life. I guess we come and we go, but nothing to. I mean, there are 101 reasons to be depressed about this, but I I don't see a reason for me or anyone else to go there, because life is so beautiful by itself. Like, I can't wait to wake up every day. Every day when I wake up, I thank God. Under my breath, I thank God, like, I'm still alive. I'm able to to try out new stuff, to play new guitars. And I just did a session just now, like before the live stream. I finished a session about 9 p.m., a recording session for a client in China. So I was playing and I was enjoying it. I was doing my dubbing. I think I posted something in the community page. So I was playing my 12 string. I was playing my PRS. I was playing my Taylor 510. Laid out a couple of tracks for the song. I enjoy it. And life is beautiful because apart from playing music, like when I was traveling to Italy, right? I love to go to Italy. And the sight of the countryside, the towns that we visit, or the people that we meet, or even in the States, like in Tucson, every time I watch the sunset, I'm going like, oh man, so beautiful. You know, every time I go down to where Saroga Valley, where all the cactuses are, I'm like in awe. When I was in China, when I went up to the Great Wall of China, when I climbed up the Great Wall of China, I'm going like, man, how can anyone build this humongous structure? And there's so many places in China that just leaves me awed. And life is life is good. Life is beautiful, and the smell and the scent of your loved ones. And I always hug my son. I love my son so much. And whenever I hug him, the proximity of him and him calling me dad, these are things that are beautiful. And death, death, death has no effect on me. Well, in terms of like making me depressed. No, it doesn't. I just lose. I just miss my friend. I hate that kind of feeling. I know we all do that. We hate that kind of feeling, but that doesn't give you an excuse to be depressed or head on down to sorrow. The Bible says there's a time to grieve. There's a time to weep. There's a time to laugh. There's a time to love. There's always a time and season for everything. And I done my grieving yesterday. I cried. I cried my heart out because I missed him. I will miss him. But that's it. I have to move on with life. All of us have to. I told his sister this morning. I says, we have to, we have to go on because I think he wants us to do that. And I mean, we just can't go on like moping and you know. I don't think the people that who loves you will want you to do that too. You know. Oh, sorry. Had my dinner. Yes, I had my dinner. Well, I don't know. Did I have my dinner? I had pizza. My son made some pizza for me. What is this? Race Rich. When my father passed last year, I quit smoking, bought a Michael Kelly 20 Adventures hybrid guitar. Now he's always with me when I play that way. I will never forget. Cool. That's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. Yeah. When my dad died, he, the whole thing kind of pushed me to where I am today, in a way, because I was in the night scene. I was playing, I was playing at night. And when he passed on, I come to realization that this mountain behind me, this we Chinese have a saying like the mountain behind me means this towering tower of strength that is supporting you is gone. you know. I come to realize that my dad is gone. So the one that I reached out to when I want to cross the road or when I need help is gone. It's no more there. And I finally realized that, oh man, I have to be the man. I have to be the man now. I have to, man up, right? You Americans would say that. I have to man up and rise to the occasion. So I said, okay. And I had a mind shift, a total mind shift to know that, okay, this is what I'm going to go for, music, right? So I'm going to do the best that I can possibly do to make a name of myself, to play my heart out and to be the best that I can be. And that's where I decided to do it. And I did it. Guys, I did it. Right after my dad died, I left. Well, I got married. My wife and my sister couldn't get along, so I kind of moved out. I didn't have much money then. I bought this house, 32 years ago. And she was pregnant, and we moved into this house, empty. Everything was empty. We had like two bedrooms and a hall and a kitchen. Everything was empty. And only we bought a sofa set, and we spent the first night in the house sleeping together on the sofa set with a little white light bulb in the hall, in the living room, and that's how I spent the first night with my wife in this place. And we just started from scratch, and week by week we bought little bits of furniture. We couldn't even afford a cupboard, or renovation. We had ourselves, we bought ourselves a little, those um, jointed stuff, pieces of metal, and then you have like plastic, and then it's like like a cupboard, but you kind of like zip it up. That's our wardrobe. That's all we had, and we slowly save up. We bought ourselves a bed, and then some relatives chip in, bought ourselves a window unit, an air conditioning unit, a window unit, and that's how it started. And my daughter my daughter's Callie was born. She used to sleep with me, and then we had a spare room, so that room became my studio. I started my arrangements there. I started doing my arrangements and whatever. But at that time, I wasn't doing session at home because most of the session was done in the studio. So we record everything in the studio. But this is where I do the mock-up of the arrangement, and then I'll go over the studio to get like live dubs and stuff like that. So that became my studio. And year by year, you can see like things starting to add, like a TV set, stereo set, and whatnot, blinds, and I realized that was, I don't think I had the strength to do all that if my dad didn't pass away, and the thought that I have to be the man. I have to go on it alone, and no one's gonna help you. No one's gonna help you. You gotta do this alone. So it's been a long while, and I enjoy every moment of it. I enjoy every moment of being a father, of being a friend, of having friends. I met so many young people in my ministry. When I go up to teach, either in China, in Taiwan, in America, or even in Italy, Europe. These young people, I cherish every moment that I was able to share with them. And at the same time, I cherish the pastors or the elders that shared with me, that imparted on me, like certain stuff, and taught me, encouraged me. I have my fair share of guys who were like, well, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna waste my time thinking about them, because there are people, there are people that are bad, But on the whole, I'm blessed because I have great teachers. I have great teachers and mentors and encouragers, and that's what kept me going, all these years. And I have you guys. You guys are the best. When I first started this YouTube channel, I'm like a I'm like a turtle out of the pond. I don't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know how to do a live stream because I was like testing. I just like to learn. That's my nature. And I get a couple of weirdos that comes in and hurl insults. I've been called a chink. I've been called all sorts of names. I've been called, names that I wouldn't even mention here. But on the whole, I get you guys, who are so encouraging, who is always there behind me, encouraging me and telling me to, stuff that, that I need to know. And some of you guys actually corrected me in certain stuff. And yeah. And that's the best part. So I guess we all need a push, So once we had that push, we were able to accomplish a lot of things that we thought are not possible, So I hope that is encouraging to you guys. Christian Lin, never forget those who pass, but don't forget those who are still living. It's true. Looking forward, now you're the mountain. YT, you don't become a man until you lose your dad. Was the same for me. Alright. Chris David, hi Jonathan, hi, how are you? Mark, sorry for your loss, John. I've been trying to Hold on, let me get this fonts bigger because I can't see. Okay. Sorry for your loss. I've been trying to cherish every day, even more as I grow older. I recently had a friend lose their child. It was a reminder for me to be thankful for the moments with my family. Yes, yes. For me, we are all family. Super Pete, sorry for your loss, John. I'm 60 years old and have experienced my fair share of loss. My losses have helped me to understand and relate to others who are in grief. Yes, Pete. Just wish everyone lived that way. Yeah, we don't talk about this. We don't talk about all these issues. Uh, it's so weird that I'm able to talk about this with you guys, because this is primarily a guitar channel. But I always thought that I wanted it to be more than a guitar channel. I wanted it to be a channel where grown-ups like us, or even young ones, can join in and kind of understand what is it like to be a musician, what is it like to be a human being, and yeah, I always thought that would be so cool. Esther, I caught your Mandarin interview on Facebook. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny because it's been a long time since I spoken Mandarin, like long time, and I told the DJs, I said, look, my Chinese is like, my Mandarin is red, that's the lowest. Is at its lowest, as low as it could possibly be, because I have little conversations. I have no conversations in Mandarin at all. Everyone speaks English in my house. In my house, and my friends are mostly like English educated. So we had a ball. They were so gracious. They kind of translated what I have to say most of the time. David, hi John, who left us in life, are watching us from above and near us, even if we don't see them. Esther, encouraged to see you step out of comfort zone to converse in the secondary language. It's not because of yours. Yeah, we have to step out of our comfort zone every now and then. I used to be really fearful of stepping out of my comfort zone. But after I became a Christian, after I believe in Jesus Christ, I'm okay. I'm okay. Race Rich, your subscribers are real people, thoughtful, kind, and genuine. Cheers, everybody. Yes, they are. They're great. I can never ask for a better bunch of subscribers than you guys. I made so many friends out of you guys. Literally friends, like Facebook friends, and I even called some of them, had conversations with them. So it's great. It's interesting to speak to some of you, and to find out what you guys are doing, what you've been through, and stuff like that. And I got guys who text me like privately, in Facebook or in Messenger, asking me about how do I do this, how do I do that. I'm always there to help if I can. Right? It's not because of your guitar skill that I'm a subscriber. It's because of the light you have in you. Light. Thank you. I know what you mean. Which is definitely needed in this guitar community. Yeah. You thought I'd be Iron Man, right? Where's my light? So, it's November, and Christmas is around the corner. Another year spent, like, I don't know, far away from friends and stuff like that. I envy some of you guys in Europe. I've seen pictures of you guys hanging around, and even in the States, you guys were having like concerts and stuff like that. But in Singapore, we are still down to 2 person, in a table. And now they recently kind of relax the rules a little bit. Like if you're from a household, you can have dinner together, 5 of them, 5 of us. so we can have dinner together if you want to. But for the rest of the guys, no, just two. Rick, does this ring true for you? After practicing diligently for 50 years to play jet, wow, okay, my ear, my biggest epiphany was this. It's the music that matters. I don't play music. I allow it to play me. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Um, in a way, yes. In a way, no. In a way, I believe music is like a how should we call it? When you're playing something upon a piece of music, we're not talking about like yeah, we can talk about composition, right? But in the terms of composition, like you're writing a song, you're starting from a blank sheet of paper, right? A blank sheet of paper, and you're like you're writing stuff. But when you have a music, a piece of music that you are playing together with, that's a different thing because you're gonna have like to input your 2 cents worth, and to put something on the table so that you're contributing something to that piece of music, and that's how I feel when I'm doing a session, a guitar session. Um, Back in the days when we were recording in the studio, when we were recording live, we would have like the drum, the bass, and all of us in one room. Well, not in one room. I mean, the drum and bass will probably be, well, the drummer will be in that room, in isolation, and the percussionist, guitar and bass will be in the control room, with our headphones on, and we would just record like song after song, and I guess playing in that way will kind of taught me back then how to um, play stuff on the fly, and to cover up a lot of space because you're the only guitarist, right? But at the same time, you need to have self control so you don't overplay. But at the same time, you need to kind of fill up the spaces when you need to. And that experience taught me a whole lot about how to um, play in a band and how to make things work, make things interesting instead of the usual things. I mean, I've heard recordings, um, local recordings sometimes, that are so bland. And there's nothing to it. It's just like I might as well just program my drums and just do everything at home. But these are all recorded live, but they're so straight, there's no life to them, and they're just playing, reading the chord charts and reading whatever charts they have, and you're just playing like that. And there's no musicality in it, there's no artistry in it, and that's a shame. That's a shame, right? And so when back in the days when I was doing this with Jimmy, with this guy called Din Safari, and a keyboard player or two, and we always have fun because we will kind of like jazz it up a little bit, or funk it up a little bit, rock it up a little bit, and there are some songs that we need to have subtleties, right? Certain songs that we need to kind of like lay back a little bit so that we don't take up too much space because there's a vocal there, and most of the time we have like vocal guides, so we kind of know what's happening. And I guess this is where the magic of playing together in the recording is like. Now these days, in here I arrange my own music. Like I would kind of plan out what I want to do and what guitar parts I'm going to play. So everything is like kind of planned up here, right? And then I would translate it on my program, my sequencers, and my recording. And then I'm giving the luxury to kind of sit back and, whoa, okay, so this is how it's sounding like. I have these guitars here, and I'll be planning as I go. Like I'm gonna add backup vocals here. I'm gonna have string parts here, and it builds, and this is where the danger is because you tend to overproduce, and you tend to overarrange, and you tend to put a lot of stuff in it, and then when the singer comes in, like, oh, wow, I'm overwhelmed by everything that's going around me. So through experience, I kind of like through years experience, I kind of know like, okay, certain things I don't have to do, certain things I need to do, and I always remember that same phrase over and over again: less is more, less is more. But the tendency for you to play more, to add more things is always there. So that's a challenge. uh, Rick does okay. So Pix Gaming, sexy. You're in what? You're in flames. If it's possible, you should put camera a little lower. Like eye level. I can't because there's no room for me to do that. And I think this is the right angle for me because when I'm playing guitar, you can see everything. Yeah, I've been there, done that. You're in flames. I've tried every angle from here to this side, and this is the optimal. Poo Ninja, leave room in the mix. Yeah, that's right. Rick, I'm speaking specifically on improvisation, which is what I live for. I also compose, completely different from yes, focus and discipline. Yes, you're right. So improvisation, I think if you say let the music play you, it's a bit deep. It's really deep. And if you're in that zone, fine. I think that's the way to do it because I've heard some jazzers tells me, talks to me and says, let the music play you. And I can't agree with that to a certain extent. But I always think that you should be the one to input on that piece of music. So whatever is going on, you have to kind of be spontaneous in your mind. How are you going to interpret a piece of music? Yeah, this is what I think. Peter Shields, silence is beautiful. When we interpret it, it should make sure it's of something of equal beauty. Well put, Peter. Well put. Silence itself, like a break for a beat or 2 beats or even 3 beats or even 4 beats, a bar. It has a profound effect. Provided it's done tastefully. And I've listened to guys that and I tend to do it myself sometimes. I'll just play continuously. Sometimes I have to rein myself in and say, no, don't play too much, stop, give it room, let it breathe a little bit. David, any chance of seeing you in a clinic or a gig here in Italy, in my area, Verona? Not in the near future, David. Not in the future. So sorry. I was just talking to a young female sister who used to stay in Venice, and she's studying in London right now. So I had a conversation with her, and she's asking me, when am I going back to Venice to teach them? And I said, I wish. I miss Italy so much. Yeah. Oh, do you guys like the what you call that? Esther, is still around? So Esther bought the same guitar, right? You guys saw the video for this? Virtual Jeff. What do you guys think of it? Hi, Johnny. Welcome to the party. Let me know. What do you guys think about this Virtual Jeff virtual tremolo arm? Sure is a beautiful guitar. I'm bringing it down to Wayne on Monday. I'm gonna swap the bridge pickup again. Esther, I got this. You can see this? This is not black, it's chrome. Right? String tree. This is a test nut. A test string tree. So these are the modifications I did, apart from the last pickup. Judo Dado from Chicago. How are you? Very cool, Jeff. 1 bar to whammy them all. You've been saying that all the time. Have you tried an acoustic yet? No, and I don't plan to because, I've tried the adhesive. The adhesive is pretty strong. And if you saw the videos that they have on the website, getting it out is gonna be quite a chore. Well, it's not gonna damage your body or anything like that, but you're gonna have to like peel off the residue. So I don't want to do that to my Martin. I don't want to do that to any of my acoustic guitar. I'm just gonna do it on here, this guitar, and I think it fits this guitar perfectly. So it's gonna be a permanent thing here. Poor bear. I need a second John out to get a Schecter PT. YT, John, you reviewed that cheap Harley Benton ST20 HSS, standard series about a year ago. Do you remember whether the tone dial worked on the HB pickup? Mine doesn't do nothing. Well, it does. It does. If I recollect correctly, I think it has just a volume and a tone. So the tone knob controls all three pickups. Yeah, it works. It worked. It worked. The guitar's not with me anymore. You should. Race Rich. It's pretty cool, doesn't it? Have the ability to change the octave. Didn't you see the review? You didn't see the review? Okay, I'm gonna do you guys a solid. I'm gonna put the link here, so in case you guys are like, what is John talking about? Okay, so where are we here? We're here. Okay, I'm gonna put the link on the chat so you guys would know. Alright, so check it out. Yeah, YT, probably probably one of the wires got loose or something like that. Not yours. What you talking about? Not if you don't have the ability to change the octave of certain strings. Not yours. What do you mean not yours? What are you talking about? What are you saying, Race Rich? What do you mean? I don't get you. Esther, do you see the one in green? You saw the one in green? The one in green is pretty nice too, But apparently they don't bring it in. They didn't bring it in. John, which do you prefer? Maple, rosewood, ebony? Why? I like all three. I think all three has its own merits. As I've mentioned earlier in this stream, there are a couple of woods that I don't really like, and most of these are from Harley Benton guitars, like Amaranth and Blackwood. And there's one Rich Light, something like that. Rich Light is from some of the guitars that I played from Martin. I don't really fancy them, my favorite is still Rosewood, Indian Rosewood. Brazilian Rosewood because it's the best, but Indian Rosewood would do. Not too picky. I like ebony, and I also like maple fretboard. Just plain maple fretboard. It works for me too. You brought my blind. I think so. I saw you with the case, with the box. How many do they have? How many did Janet bring in? I was just curious. How many did they bring in? Because she was telling me that tallies are not really popular in Davis, but I told her that this color is like it's going to sell itself. Right, Janet? In case she's watching this tomorrow. Say hello. What watt is your orange amp? The black one beside you. What watt? 100. It's 100. Mark, beautiful Schecter. I have a Riot 5 string bass. Ooh, nice. You know, Mark, have you seen the orange Glenn Hughes model, the bass amp from Orange? It's beautiful, and I think it would suit your Purple Burst 5 string bass. Yeah, it's really nice, you know. Oh no, are you going down tomorrow? I was thinking of going down tomorrow actually. Probably in the daytime. Yeah, I need to return some of the pedals to her. You know. Sorry, Cielo. I did, didn't I? Cielo, I did tell you. I already told you. It's 100 watts. Paul Tefler, hi John. I bought the SKB case you recommended in one of your videos, and I'm using it for international travel. Checking is perfect. Thank you for the reviews, and wow, cool. You're welcome, Paul. You bought yours from someone's recommendation. I wonder who that could be. Seriously, I wonder who that could be. A friend of mine suggested a Fenfret 6-string guitar. Do you like them? How can I play bar chords on them? Oh, you can. You can. I was really surprised that when I played on the Fenfret, well, it's not really a real extreme Fenfret, but yeah, it's almost like that on the baritone guitar from Riversong. I find it so comfortable. You know, it's like it's second nature. Like it just fits where you're playing. You know, I don't think you have a problem with bar chord. I've not seen the amp, but I will look it up. Thanks for the info. Yeah, check it out. It's really nice. It's purple in color. No, I try not to. No, judo. I don't. I try not to. The reason why I changed this bridge pickups for this because I just find the original was a bit too bright, you know, and I needed some weight for the bridge pickup, you know. At the moment, I'm quite happy with the stock unit until someday if I get to try yours. uh, is there a way to repair Boss? I don't know. You gotta check out with your whoever who can repair stuff. You know, I don't know. There must be a way to replace, yeah, certain parts. You know. I'm so tempted to play the orange amp now. Let's give it a whirl. Seriously, I haven't tried it yet. I don't know how it sounds like. Sumer, I really like your videos and work, man. Keep up the good work. Greetings from Turkey. Wow, cool. Thank you. This is another place that I would like to go, Turkey. David, gotta go. All the best, John. See you soon. Yeah. Yes, David. Ciao. Arrivederci. Ooh, good sound. Interesting. So it's a digital reverb, almost like a hall reverb. Super Pete. Where were we? Race Rich. Okay, so I watched the link and you explain it at 1550, the virtual couple. Yeah. Super Pete. The concept of the virtual Jeff is great. It sounds and feel realistic. It allows me to consider fixed bridge guitars as a viable option. You bought one of these, Super Pete? Judah, how many guitars do you own? What's too many? What's too many is when you have to spend a fortune to change your strings. That'll be too many, right? To date, I probably have like 30 plus, 30 odd. And some of them, most of them are not here. I mean, some of them are not in this house or in this room. I like the tone of I actually like the clean tones. Told you, right, Mark? Romain, hello from France. Hey, comment allez-vous? Can I see the body of your guitar? The body? This one? This one? The body? Yeah, here's a body. Nice. Yeah? We bought the same one. Rick, were you influenced by Steely Dan? Oh yes, I definitely am. You know, I've listened to Steely Dan. Oh man, for the longest time, and it's because of Larry Carlton actually. Yeah, it's because of Larry Carlton, and from Steely Dan, I discovered, like, you know, guys like Skunk Baxter and Jay Graydon, you know, and you know, yeah, I just love the way the band sounded, you know. So Chris David, hey, did you play Boss pedals back in the day, like the 80s into the present? I did. I had, like, you know, I got too much Boss pedals at one time, you know, and I used to have that, you know, that gray color case, the plastic case that they sell separately. You know, and then you have the power supply, and then you have like about 5 Boss pedals, and that's the max that you can go. So I had too much pedals, so I have, like, you know, overflow. You know, it's crazy, you know. But I gave all that up ever since I started using multi effects, you know. the sustain and tuning stability of the fixed bridge and the tram stars all in one. Yeah, you're right, Pete. Yeah, the only thing is the price, you know. Esther, hi Romain, the Schecter PT special has evolved to John's podcaster special. Judo, I just bought a Fender 15-watt head. Wow, Super Champ 2-inch use has a different. Nice. No, but you got me interested. 15-watt. Could I dare to try the dirty channel? How does it sound? Sounds so good. Something about the sound is like creamy. So creamy. Can you guys hear? You can, because I don't want to play too loud. I just feel that the dirty channel needs to be played loud. Yeah, it needs to be driven, but the clean channel can be played soft with the total master volume down, but with the the gain on the clean channel all the way up. It's really nice. And I don't have a compressor on. In the moment, it's just the amp. And mind you, this is a transistor amp. It's not a tube amp. It's FET. Hi, Steve. Steve Mora. How are you? Okay, so what? Now I'm gonna get the PG Schecter that you have. Sweetwater Music has it for $599, which is about 600. It's okay. Hi, Miguel. How are you? But before you get this, bear in mind the like I said again, the bridge pickup is a bit bright as compared to the P90 or the V90. Barrett, check out the green one. I thought the green one's pretty good too. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. What? Sorry, my audio. The way sound comes like with compressor you used before. It sounds like it's being but it's not. I never even have a compressor hooked up to this. Ultra Pink. Thanks for everything. God bless you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You like the purple? Yeah, so do I. So does Esther. Esther loves purple. Whoa. Hi, Joe Dix. How are you? Timothy Matthews. John, a bear. John, it hasn't rained here in Tucson since. No way. So you guys are having a drought? You guys are having a drought? Well, I know that Tucson has underwater springs. Right? I knew about that. So I don't think you guys will ever be short of water. Hello, Joe Dix. Super Pete, what would be the three effect you would choose if you could have only three? In terms of effects or the brand, what do you think? I have three tallies, two fenders, and an A set. Nice. Orange guitar, orange jack, orange amp. See how it sounds like. Um, nice. You know what I like about this amp? It doesn't mask the sound so much that you have a hard time like hearing what this guitar is. Like I can hear this is a Nick Johnston. It's a Strat sound. I think Orange nailed this amp really well. When I saw that Thai Turbo uses orange transistor amps, I'm gonna get rid of some of my heavy tube amps to get the Super Crush 100. Orange is my favorite color. Well, it is mine too. Rick acoustic image amp head, 5 pounds with razor edge cap. Solid state perfection, that, believe it or not, replaces my two rock signature reverb. Wow. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we all thought that I mean, me included, I thought that tube amps are the way to go, right? So the way it is right now, the technology that is available right now, with I don't know what they've been doing, this sounded really good. This is like sounded somehow, but I mean, they did an A/B comparison to the Orange Crush 100 to what's the other one, which is all tube. And you can tell a difference. Yeah, there is a difference, of course, because the tube tend to sound a little bit, a bit warmer or darker. But I'm liking what I'm hearing right now. Oh, I love this tone. This is like nice clean tone from this amp. Let's try the dirty channel. Let's bring it all the way up. Okay. It's gonna start squealing. It squeals when it gets too loud. And I don't want to play too loud because I don't want my neighbors to come knocking on my door. Yes, really nice harmonics. I like this amp a lot. What is in short supply, Bear? Hey, thank you for the coffee. Sorry. Thank you for the coffee, YT and Esther. Thank you so much. Where's my manners? Okay, let's try. Let's try another guitar. So I know this Nick Johnston works and play really well with this amp. I also know that the PT Spectral works really well. Let's see what the PRS sounds like. Sounds very different with the PRS, I think. Let's try a bridge pickup. It sounds very different. There's I'm just thinking that the PRS has higher outputs. Let's try the split. With a split coil, it sounds a little bit better. Cost of shipping Harley Benton is really going up, really. Hi 38. Okay. Uh, Plays very differently on the PRS. It sounds very different from a PRS. Like I said, I think the output is higher on the PRS. But I so far I think it sounded great with the PT Special with the Tele. Definitely sound good with Tele. It sound really great with a Strat. I'm gonna try Les Paul later on and see how does it sound like. Hmm. I'm actually liking what I'm hearing on this amp. I think it's a great amp. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really tempted, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I'm back again. So what's happening? Uh, um, yeah, 38. See you. Short supply and everything. Really? Okay. Uh, hmm. Thank you, RV. Wakaski. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're from Arizona too. So Bear is from Arizona. You're from Arizona. Scooter is from Arizona, but he's not here right now. He left. We grew up in Scottsdale. Cool. Super Pete John, thanks to you, I'm really enjoying my HB Silver Sparkle and my CLD. Ah, cool. Thank you for helping me realize I don't have to go expensive to great. Oh no, yeah, you don't have to because I was just talking to a friend of mine. Well, he's the son of my late bassist, right? So my band Typhoon, two of them are gone, right? So I just lost my keyboard player. So Peter, who was my bass player, he left us in 2013, and his son used to work for. Let me see. Now he used to work for Sennheiser. So now he's with Audio Technica, and we're just talking about mics. And yeah, he passed me a couple of mics before to play around with, and I was telling him about Harley Benton, or rather about Thomann. And but this mic that I'm using right now, this is from Harley Benton, from T-Bone. Okay, T-Bone is their range of microphones. So I was telling him about how the quality of these mics are like incredible, and they're so cheap, and they're built like really well. But because the components that's been used, the capacitors, the whatever you have, they're not that high grade as the ones in say Neumann or the Sennheisers. But coming back to guitars, Harley Benton, I believe we're talking about the shell, the body, the way it's been routed, the CNC work and everything. Like I have my complaints about the fretboard, but if you stick to like maple fretboard or maple fretboard or ebony fretboard, you're fine. And on a rare occasion, you might find a rosewood fretboard, then you're in luck. I think they are worth the money. Yeah. So pickups, it's subjective. You can always change pickups if you need to. And as far as acoustic guitars go, I always like the acoustic guitars. I somehow I found that they're really quite well made. Especially there's one range that I bought my earlier ones from them, and they're like the deluxe version or something like that. And I find that they're really great sounding guitars. Acoustically, they have spruce top, some of them have like mahogany backs, and some of them have like I don't know, like weird walnut. Right? The CLD is walnut, if I'm not mistaken. Sound great. L. Han, John, do you ever take lessons when you were younger? No, I took one lessons from. I was from a Catholic school, So I took one lesson from, and this is a story that I share many times. So I'm going to share it one more time. I took it from a father, yeah, from a priest, and he was teaching classical guitar, right? So nylon string and everything. So I came in with my with a steel string guitar that was on loan to me from my cousin, and I endured that 1 hour of little exercises, learning how to pick, stuff like that. I think I just took one lesson. I remember, yeah. And then after the lesson, I went out to the priest and I said, "Father, I would love to play Angie, the song Angie, Angie." And he goes, like, "Angie? What song is that?" I said, "Oh, that's from the Rolling Stones." And that was from the album The Goat's Head, right? he can look at me and say, "That's the devil's music, boy. Stay far away from it." He said, "Okay." So I never went back. I never went back to the lessons after that. So I learned to play Angie all by myself, just pick them up slowly. I had good friends who taught me like certain basic chords and stuff like that. So that's funny. Mark, hello Bear. I noticed the toilet paper shelf not looking so well stocked lately in my local store. Hope you don't go through that again. Bear, yeah. That PRS is a very unique tone. It does have a very unique tone. That's the reason why I bought this, It's a acquired taste, right? So it sounded great with my Helix, it sounds great. A rocking guitar, I'm gravitating towards this guitar a lot in my sessions recently. The session that I did a couple hours ago was done with the PRS because it has workable, unique tones, not and I love the Schecters. I mean, I love both the Schecters, but I just wanted something different. And when it comes to effects, like chorus stuff, yeah, the PRS actually kind of shine through a little bit more. Elhan, I have the same. Oh, excuse me. I had a full day today, so pardon me. I have the same Nick Johnston Orange SSS you reviewed and purchased. I bought it after watching a video. Really like you're playing it inside. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I just finished playing it. You just missed it. Tesla or Roswell? What are your thoughts? Okay, I'm gonna tell you the Tesla are good. They sounded decent. They're not my favorite pickups. They sounded decent. The Roswell are the LAF are my favorite ones. The HAF not so much. I like the LAF series of the Roswell. I think they're really great pickups. Peter Shields. I have the HP Fusion T roasted maple, right? And it's outstanding for its price. Check it says, yeah, right. I have the same one. It sounded great. Bear, hey Mark, check out Pete's John's Your Music Live on YouTube. Thomas Christ, who's an independent artist, is in Pittsburgh. Wow. Night, Esther. Good night. Sweet dreams. And don't dream of mods, okay? Just go to sleep. Judix, do you have a HP CST24 at home? I used to have it. I sold it away. But good news, I'm having another CST24. I just got one for Thomann. They're sending it over, but with a different take, right? So I'm not going to say too much. Wait for the review. And HP acoustic guitars, it is enough to change the strings to your favorite, and they play very well as a guitar, twice as dangerous. With HP electric guitars, what? Electricana is not the happiest. I want to do something, but I forgot what I want to do. I might. I'll come to me. Oh, I wanted to play. I want to show you guys. Yeah, Sparkle. Okay, I want to hear how it sounds like with this amp. Okay, I got to correct myself. I have 5 Vega Trems on 5 guitars. So one on my Strat, my white Strat, one on Nick Johnston, Jack Fowler, and the Fusion Pro HH, the same one that that Peter was talking about, and then this one. So I have 5 Vega Trems. It's too much. You know, I really like Andre a lot. You know, he's so generous. Oh, this sounds good. Sounds great. Okay. Yeah, this sounds totally different from the PRS. Right. I'm thinking that because the output is not so high. You guys can hear from here? I mean, is it clear enough? Nice. I like it. Let's try the dirty channel. Oh, sounds good. At this level, I can even hear like the harmonics flying off. And this guitar, either one, they are in love with each other. They really sound good together. They complement each other so nicely. Well, this is 22 frets. I thought it's 24. Is this 22 or 24? Let me see. It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Got for me. Nice. Okay, I'm really impressed with this amp. Okay, enough playing. Or Fusion 2 has, but this is like Fusion 3. But it's 22. Is it 22 or 24? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Yeah. Okay, so what? Where were we? Andrew. Hey, Andrew. Long time no see. We was away from my computer, but didn't even know it was a Hardy Benton. Just heard the sweet sounds and came to see what it was. Mark, the PRS is also very nice. If any of you have a chance to go and experience a PRS event, the factory recommend it. Okay. All right. Bear, it seems like the orange amp really likes my guitar. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Great amp. I seriously think that this is gonna be a keeper. Yeah. I'm suspecting that it's gonna be a keeper, but let me play with it for a couple of months and see what happens. Alright, Barry, take care. I gotta go sleep now. You are the personification of guitar addiction. I'm sorry to hear that, Pete. I really am sorry to hear that. Well, hey, you know, better this than drugs. Or better this than booze. Unless you're into that too. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I had to go. So pleased to spend some time with you. You guys don't know that I was in a bit of a down, in not so good a mood. Was pretty sad, losing a good friend. You guys kept me company. I got to play a bit of guitar. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for cheering me up. You guys are the best. All right. And oh, I would have streaming mostly on Fridays, but didn't work out yesterday because it was a bad day for me. Yeah, I had to go for a memorial service, and yeah, so I didn't do it yesterday night. I didn't want to do it today too. It's just that I felt a bit down. So after doing my session, I did the review, and then something didn't happen well, and I had to scrap the review altogether. I thought I'd just do a live stream instead. I'm glad I caught you guys. You guys are really a good bunch of people tonight. Thank you. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for cheering me up. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jodix. Thank you. Much appreciated. So I'm going to pray a little bit for you guys. I just pray that God, I'm just going to pray, okay? So, Lord, I just pray for each one of my friends here tonight who joined me in my live stream, that, Lord, that you will watch over them and take care of their health, Lord, they and their family. Watch their going in and coming out. Bless them with the joy of making music, and bless them with the joy of hearing music and appreciating it, Lord. I just pray that, Lord, that you will put peace into their hearts wherever and whoever they are. Peace, Lord, that comes from you. Thank you, Jesus. Take care of them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right? Ah, yeah. Hey, Mark. Drop by often, right? Come by often. It's always good to see you guys, and, right? So I gotta go. I gotta sleep. Tomorrow's gonna be another full day. I got lessons tomorrow, so I teach on Sunday. So I start teaching at 6 p.m. my time, and I don't end until about 6, 7, 8, 9 until 10. So it's 4 hours continuous teaching, and it's tiring after that. Yeah. So take care of yourself. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, Esther, you're still awake. Okay. Good night. God bless. Ciao.